Oh, y'all, a firestorm is starting. The bundle has been lit. Everything is about to go because this murder in North Carolina that the media was basically covering up and completely ignoring and blackballing the entire story is now catching on fire on the internet. And the big response from the media and the left is, how dare you talk about this? Guys, even CNN has to run cover on it right now. This is all the breaking hotness right here. This is the problem. And if you want to correct that problem, join us here at the Cutting Edge Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where you can get that freedom. Talk about what we're going to do about it and take our country back. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, because every time you do, a leftist stubs their toe in the dark of the night on the way to the bathroom. All right, listen, guys. We have got to dive into this. You can follow me at Braden LOA on X. This story I've already covered on this weekend, but now the cover up and the reaction is the story. Guys, this is insanity. And let me hear you in the comments on this one. Let's just dive right in. So, you guys are aware of the story where an innocent woman was stabbed by a psychopathic murderer, unprovoked, on the back of a train in North Carolina. But now, it's your fault. It's my fault. It's anyone who would dare spread this horrible instance because, the media's job is to control the narrative. Guys, everything is falling apart. You are watching history change as you live. All right, 7 hours ago, let's get into this. Let me make this a little bit bigger so we can all experience the greatness together. MAGA influencers are drawing repeated attention to violent attacks to elevate the issue of urban crime and accuse mainstream media of undercovering shocking cases. Accuse mainstream media of undercovering shocking cases? I have an entire series on this channel called Invisible Mass Shootings, where they pick and choose any mass shooting they want and they ignore the other ones. We even did one in Memphis where there were like 47 ARs, 100 rounds, multiple individuals, a street takeover. We covered that one ad nauseum, not a peep. But anything else that fits their narrative, we got to talk about that ad nauseum. Again, I'm just going to keep on lining up. And if you want to good Lord, hypothetically smack these gun-controlling tyrants and enemies of liberty, in my opinion, in the media, this is the place to be. Let's keep going. Shocking video of the fatal August 22nd knife attack on 23-year-old Irina Zarutska, I cannot speak Russian or Ukrainian, on a light rail car in Charlotte, North Carolina, dominated weekend conversations on Trump-friendly social media. Oh my God, you evil people. The big picture, the rising number of surveillance cameras in public spaces, including on Charlotte's light rail, has become a big accelerant in these cases. The video is easily shared or leaked and can instantly pollinate across social media, a visual counterpoint to statistics showing crime decreases. Okay, be more in the tank for your leftist ideologue leash holders. For the love of God, this woman was literally murdered minding her own business after she fled a war zone in North Carolina by a guy who was released 14 and 15 times by the woke DA underneath a mayor who is completely and totally in the tank for leftist woke ideology, leftist woke prosecutorial discretion, and the verbiage of the left, using things like compassion for the unhoused in her statements. This is the problem. If you want to know the problem, this is it. Hey, media, the problem is not that we're covering it like the fueling the MAGA crime message. The problem is that you're not covering it, and now you're mad because you've lost your main control over the narrative. That's the entire point. Listen to this. And this is just the first one. I've got like 8 tabs we're going to walk through. The suspect, DeCarlos Brown Jr., 34, was charged with first-degree murder. His criminal record includes charges of armed robbery, felony larceny, breaking and entering, and shoplifting, according to jail records. Mecklenburg County District Attorney Spencer Merriweather, in an interview with Axis last week, didn't comment directly on the case. Weird. But acknowledge the limitations and complexities of holding defendants with mental health issues accountable. That is long speak, drawn out speak for obfuscating the problem. The problem is you have woke ideological prosecutorial discretion in which you are letting people out because they fill a specific checkbox on a piece of paper in order to hit your quotas. That's exactly what the issue is, and innocent women are dying at the hands of these people, and all you can do is say that it's our fault for spreading it. Yeah, you guys have a special place downstairs waiting for y'all. Influential conservative social media accounts accused major national news outlets of not covering the racial dynamics of the Charlotte killing. It's because they didn't. A white victim and a black suspect with the same intensity as they did the case of Daniel Penny. Now, Daniel Penny is the guy, the Marine, who basically he accidentally killed the guy while he was choking him out because he was assaulting and threatening everybody in the train car. He was charged. He was a national story. He was the face of evil. This gets zero coverage. And when they do get forced to cover it, because we're talking about it, the problem is that we covered it, not the individual victim. Penny, who is white, choked to death a homeless black man who was threatening passengers on a subway car in Manhattan in 2023. A jury acquitted him of criminally negligent homicide. You remember all the social media posts that said, yep, racist nation, we're the worst nation in the world. If you didn't believe that we were racist, this is more racist. He got off for murder. Murder is legalized if you're a white guy. Literally, that's all that we covered. It was all here. It's on the record. But on this one, a indefensible woman minding her own business gets stabbed in the neck by this psychopath who shouldn't have been on the streets to begin with. Nope, don't talk about that. Reality check, says Axios. As Republicans have consistently highlighted crime, Democrats have accurately pointed out that violent crime rates have been decreasing since pre-pandemic highs. And here's the big irony. At the same exact time that they're saying, like, no, it's not an issue, don't look at it, they're also saying crime is falling, but we need more gun control. It's never ending. It's never ending. Let's keep on going, though. Oh, look, the Times. Murder of Ukrainian refugee in U.S. ignites row over race. Okay. Elon Musk and other right-wing figures complain that there has been little coverage of the killing of a white woman at which a black man is accused. I don't care the race of it at all. I just want equal discretion and equal coverage. This woman didn't deserve to die. This is an active threat against any one individual who is taking public transit in these woke left areas. That's as simple as it is. I don't care if it's black, white, purple, green, yellow, screen. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't care what it's wearing, where it's eating. You can go green eggs and ham on this. I don't care. But this right here, when you're ignoring the issue because you don't want to bring up an uncomfortable political situation, you're guilty. You're just as guilty as everyone else. All right, let's jump over here. ABC News, 0 results for the name of the victim. 65,000 results for George Floyd. It's right there. Here, I'll make it bigger for you. 0 results. No results for Arena. And George Floyd has 65,000. Liz Wheeler gets in the fray. Says George Floyd, 5,800. Trayvon Martin, 1,100. Kilmar Garcia, 56. Daniel Penny, 100. Arena, 0. New York Times. Almost like it's blacklisted because it doesn't fit the narrative. I'll say it. I don't mind. And here's CNN. They actually got forced to actually say something. And listen to what they said. It kind of mirrors and echoes the Axios reporting. Check this out.
I'm going to turn now to the political firestorm growing in North Carolina after a horrific murder on a train. Over the weekend, the local Metro Authority released surveillance video showing the murder of Ukrainian refugee Irina Irutska. Police say she was riding on a train in Charlotte last month when the suspect, DeCarlos Brown Jr., pulled out a pocket knife and killed the 23-year-old. Brown is now facing first-degree murder charges. He's been committed to a hospital for a judge to do a mental evaluation for 60 days. CNN has also reached out to his defense attorney for comment. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy claimed the incident shows the ugly truth behind the criminal justice policies of the city's mayor. Elon Musk posted about the story several times and called to name and shame the judges who allowed the suspect to walk free.
All right, did you notice the trend there? It wasn't about the refugee status. It wasn't about the woman. It was all about the fact that the Republicans were pouncing on it. The MAGA influencers were pouncing on it. They are more upset that it's picking up steam on the social media influence side than the actual murder itself. These people are more pissed that they've lost the narrative control than they are about the murder of an innocent woman on camera. Meanwhile, they'll sacrifice and throw anybody up by their toes if it fits their narrative. But if it doesn't fit that narrative, mum's the word. All right, here we go. President Trump, he just highlighted it as well. Listen to what he just said about the entire thing because he's now on it. Watch this.
I just give my love and hope to the family of the young woman who was stabbed this morning or last night in Charlotte by a madman, a lunatic. Just got up and started. It's right on the tape. Not really watchable because it's so horrible, but just viciously stabbed. She's just sitting there. So they're evil people. We have to be able to handle that. If we don't handle that, we don't have a country.
Yeah, that right there is Republicans pouncing. literally said everything he needed to say. If we can't handle this, if we can't have a standard of criminal process, if we can't have a standard of jurisprudence in this nation, we will not have one. The woke left progressives and woke left DAs who have used prosecutorial discretion to let people out to do all of their little pet projects are causing this to happen. It has happened for years at this point. Many innocents are dead because of these policies. Trump is right. Let's keep on going. I got one more thing for you. Breaking. Democrat North Carolina Governor Josh Stein refuses to acknowledge the murder of Irina Zarutska was released over a dozen times. The murderer was. Says the problem, we need more police. And this is the big irony. And I'm gonna hit this real hard. I'm heartbroken for the family of Irina, I did it again, who lost their loved ones to this senseless act of violence, and I am appalled by the footage of her murder. We need more cops on the beat to keep people safe. That's why my budget calls for more funding to hire more police officers. I call upon the legislators to pass more people. The problem is, it doesn't matter at all. You could have 10 million police officers if the people that those police officers are arresting are let out because of some quota progressive woke DA behind the scenes, payback kind of situation that happens. We're working on that with the judges and all these different people. It doesn't matter. But the bottom line is, these policies are getting people dead, while at the exact same time, they are trying to take your rights to defend against the very outcome of their own policies. That's the whole point. Anyway, I'm going to keep on following this. I have a feeling this is just the beginning of this, but I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.